You are now listening to the Full Sport Press podcast, featuring hosts J-Hove, Jeff, and Weezy. Please enjoy the show.
Greetings and salutations. I would like to welcome everybody back, and some of you for the first time, to the Full Sport Press podcast, the premier sports podcast for the consummate sports fan, and this is your one-stop shop for all sports-related news and topics. I'm J-Ho.
It's your boy Big Jeff.
Weezy and Bill say what's up, Weezy.
What up? What up? What's going on?
What's happening, fellas?
What it do? What it don't do?
Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year, for sure. For sure.
Happy New Year, man.
2019.
2019.
Most definitely, man. Episode 252, fellas.
Yeah.
252. We still going.
Still going strong, for
Still
sure.
going consistent.
Sure.
Still coming up with new stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Still doing it.
I got you.
All right.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah, we, speaking of dropping news, so we dropped Mouse in the House.
Yeah.
Mouse in the house,
Mouse
in
in
the house.
the new year. Yeah.
People say level up.
Shout out to cameraman. I did level up.
Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely I leveled up.
Mm-hmm.
Like Michelle Obama said, you know, when they go low, we go high.
Just say I was scared a little bit.
No, so I asked a couple of people,
Mm-hmm.
and, you know, who looks the most terrified
Yeah.
out of everybody. Facially, it was you, for
Yeah.
sure. They
Reaction?
said reaction was me,
Yeah.
because I think
You leveled up.
I leveled up.
Yeah.
So in turn, I have to continue to tell people the mouse was running towards the table.
No,
if-
that's a
Yeah,
lie.
no, I'm telling you.
That's a lie.
So if the mouse is running towards the table,
That's a
I
lie.
can't get past Jeff
Yeah, you
because
gotta
I'm
go somewhere.
confined.
You had to go somewhere.
I
The
can't
mouse
get
is
past
going-
you because
Yeah.
you were already gone.
The mouse was
No, the
going
mouse,
horizontal.
you didn't even see it. I'm telling you, I saw
Oh,
it
I
first.
saw it.
Who saw the mouse first?
You saw the mouse.
I saw the mouse first. The mouse comes towards me. He's like, "Oh shit, I can't do it."
Yeah.
He goes towards cameraman.
Yeah.
In
Cameraman's
turn-
out of there.
Cameraman is already gone. By now. But in turn, Weezy, what people don't realize, you were out of here.
I had to make a business decision.
You made a business decision.
Really quick.
Really quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got out of there.
I made a business.
Most people realize, and they say, "Hey, the mouse is 10 times the size of you guys. Like, you know, it's a small mouse."
I don't give a damn.
Listen,
The funniest thing, though,
still a mouse.
funniest text I got.
Mhm.
I thought Jay had the Achilles injury.
hey,
What a killing.
your boy leveled up.
You leveled up
Again, Michelle Obama tell us, you know, when they go low,
We go high.
we go high. You gotta go high.
Mouse in the house.
Mouse in the house, man. Appreciate all the good stuff about that, man. Weezy, what we got up on the show today?
Today, we are going over the hottest sports news of the past week and doing our 2018 year review, FSP style.
Always FSP style.
Better damn know it.
Yes, sir.
Better damn believe it. Let's kick it off with our best of the week, Weezy. What's your best of the week, bud?
My best of the week, man. I'm going to go right back with James Harden, man, until you let me down.
See, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
You
It gets to a point where you're like, man, okay, he's in a groove.
Yeah.
Okay, he's cooking.
Yeah.
Now he's just on fire
Yeah.
right now. This is the thing. And we always get caught by this, though, Jeff.
Mm-hmm. It's
James Harden
You already
is always great.
Yeah.
October,
Mm-hmm.
all the way until
Not like
March.
This, he ain't averaging 38, 39.
This might be worse. You might start a little earlier.
But then when it really counts,
Lights a little brighter.
James Harden totally disappears. And we
For
all
sure.
say,
For sure.
I remember conversations of us, we had a full conversation. We were like, man, he shouldn't have got MVP the way he showed up in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Until he shows me this in a 7-game series throughout the playoffs,
Yeah.
it's still James Harden to me.
I mean, he started getting the step skin now. Even Steph
Yeah,
playing
sure.
about calls.
Come on, man. Yeah.
Putting
Yeah.
his jersey number up saying,
Most definitely.
yeah, it's tough right
But
there.
we know who James Harden is. And we get
Bamboo.
bamboozled every regular season.
I just hope this is it. I hope this is the year that he turns that corner.
Sure.
That he can be a little more. Yeah.
James Harden is a regular season best player
He's
I've
taking
ever
it.
seen.
Minus the Super Bowl championship.
Hey, the camera's always
It's
on.
always on.
Jeff.
It's always
You
on.
better
bro.
damn know it. What about you, Joe? What's your best?
Man, my best of the week came last Sunday, man. The NFL playoff commercial with Ridgeway High School from Memphis.
Okay.
The re-rated commercial.
Yeah.
If you ever play sports,
Yeah.
if you ever done anything competitive,
Right.
just watch that right there.
Yeah.
Bring back every memory you ever had.
Yeah.
Everything positive about sports, everything positive about just being competitive in
For
life.
sure.
That's what it is, right? That's the best commercial I've seen in a long
For
time.
sure. You was ready to put your hand
I
in
was
it.
ready to do what I had to do at that point.
You just put your hand in
most
it.
definitely. Most
You even put
definitely.
somebody in the wheel.
Yeah.
For sure.
Real quick.
Real quick, for sure. Well, my best week's Derrick Rose being second in All-Star voting ahead of James Harden.
Mm-hmm.
Shows what he means to the NBA, the fans. I hope he can keep it up. At least, not necessarily. We're going to pause that too. We definitely going to pause it.
Mm-hmm.
But
I was gonna let you slide, but
Yeah,
yeah.
this shows, that everybody is always rooting for it. Nothing like a comeback.
Not like a comeback.
Nothing like a
Yeah,
comeback.
yeah.
Did I tell you Daryl's going to be All-Star again?
He caught that.
He did say that.
He was a year off.
You be a year off. The same year that you said Melo was going to be MVP.
Yeah.
But you did say he's going to be an MVP. But he will not be an All-Star. No. Unfortunately. Derrick Rose. No.
You think he'll make the final cut?
No.
You think votes will stay up?
Yeah. No, I don't think so. We'll see though. Voting is January the 21st.
Yeah. It's cold. I mean, for him, just before last time I saw, that was earlier this week.
Yeah.
He had to have a big collapse.
Yeah,
not to make it.
He won't.
Okay. It's cold to make it.
Hey,
it's hard. It's still.
He will not make it either. He will not make it either. What about worst of the week, fellas? What you got?
My worst of the week was Sesame Street, man.
Okay.
Grover, man.
Young Grover.
He dropped the F-bomb.
He did.
He dropped the F-bomb.
Yeah.
He did.
We can't play it on the show, but if you do it on YouTube, you have to drop the F-bomb. He got a little excited.
Shout out to Grover.
And they tried to say he said funny. He didn't say funny.
No.
I heard funny before.
Yeah, for sure. It wasn't funny.
No, it was funny, but he didn't say funny.
He didn't say funny.
No.
Yeah. Shout out to Grover. I got to pay attention to that.
That's funny.
Yeah. What's your worst of the week, Jeff?
Man, last week's show was my worst of the week.
Oh.
The show was good.
Okay.
But, we started off the second half with my nemesis knocking me off pause in the FSP championship.
Yeah, for sure.
That hurt you?
That hurt, man.
Yeah.
I hate losing to dude.
Yeah.
I can lose anybody in the world but dude.
Yeah.
It didn't happen to hear him on my show talk about that.
Yeah.
That hurt.
That hurt.
And he called me about it.
Yeah, talked about
it all week. Said, I had a couple of more takes. I could go with a little bit more.
Yeah.
He
He felt good.
Yeah, that was rough.
Yeah, with the drink behind
That
him.
was rough.
Yeah. That definitely could be something to be. Hey, keep your hands up, Jeff.
Yeah, I got to keep my hands up.
Most
definitely. Ready for next season already.
Yeah, for sure. My worst of the week, man. Rest in peace to Bob Einstein. First time I remember seeing Bob Einstein. He played Super Dave Osborne on a lot of NBC shows. He was just a funny guy.
Yeah.
And more importantly, he was Larry David's friend, Marty Funkhauser, on Curb Your Enthusiasm. And if you follow me on Twitter, I retweeted one of his best jokes. I'll let you guys see that on your own. But 76 years old, man. My man Funkhauser, he was a special person on Curb.
Yeah.
Died of cancer, man. So rest in peace, Bob Einstein.
Fuck cancer.
Yeah, for sure.
Super Dave was hilarious.
Super Dave was funny.
Especially when you figured out Super Dave was not
Super
really,
Dave.
Yeah.
For sure.
Once you figured that out, I was like,
Yeah.
wait a minute, he was a film.
Yeah, no, for
I
sure.
got it. I get it.
Damn, Funkhauser.
Yeah. Make sure you check us out on iTunes, Facebook, Instagram, Google Play, Stitcher, Beyond Pod, YouTube, and of course the SoundCloud page to catch up on the full archive of past episodes of FSP. Just simply search Full Sport Press Podcast. And after you do that, check out the On Deck TV Hip Hop Podcast with Animal Brown and Spike Lee each and every Wednesday. But not last Wednesday. The guys are off.
Last two
Wednesdays. The guys are off for the holidays, but they're gearing back up and ready to drop this week, guys. So check them out.
Most definitely, man. The Ladies Room Podcast, man. Check out Rizzo and Anne Marie to find out what the ladies are really talking about in the Ladies Room. You can catch up on past episodes and follow the Ladies Room Podcast on IG and Facebook. One time for Coach Locke.
Shout out to the ladies.
Shout out to the ladies, most definitely, man. Shout out to Rizzo. Got a birthday coming up real soon.
Hey,
Rizzo's
Rizzo's a funny follow on
very,
Instagram.
very bright mind.
Yeah.
For sure. Most definitely.
Right there.
Yeah, for sure. Fresh for Dummies, man. Me and my dog got. Okay. Fresh for Dummies, man.
One more time.
Fresh for Dummies, man. Me and my dog Animal Brown is a self-help fashion podcast directly related to improving everyday fashion. Catch our latest issue. Issue number 37 is up right now. Directly for the culture. Follow our IG page at Fresh for Dummies and simply search Fresh for Dummies on all of your social media. Wear your kicks and cop responsibly.
The 19?
No, this time no.
He didn't pay $225 for the 19.
Hard pass again.
Oh, yeah.
Strong pass, for sure.
It's a lot to ask of people after Christmas.
Yeah, man, a lot, for sure.
Especially for a shoe that's not really.
Restock came out.
Yeah, restock, you missed that.
I always do.
Yeah. I tried to throw it.
What was on the restock real quick?
Concord letters. Fumble. Yeah, that's what you do.
That's tough.
Yeah.
You can read up on your favorite FSP co-host.
You back.
Look better from last week. Purchase your FSP merchandise. Catch up on the past episodes from the shows we just mentioned and much, much more. How you do that, you ask Weezy. Just simply search www.realvillemedia.com. Tell a friend to support the real. RMG!
Most definitely, man, RMG. Jeff, you got 10 good wrestling seconds.
Hey.
All right, let's get it going.
The wrestling world lost Mean Gene this week, guys. Mean Gene Okerlund, the voice of the golden age of wrestling, passed away. Whether it was Hulk Hogan saying, you know something, Mean Gene, The Nature Boy Ric Flair saying with a tear in my eye, or the Macho Man going on and on about how the beat goes on and on. Oakland was there to bring out the best when it comes to the promos. So R.I.P. Mean Gene. On a lighter note, real quick, Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks officially announced the launching of AEW, All Elite Wrestling. What does that mean? AEW possibly could serve as the first real competition for WWE in North America in a long time. So this is definitely big news. Terrible news. Hulk Hogan's going to make his return to Monday Night Raw this week because of the passing of Mean Gene to give his eulogy on Mean Gene. So, I mean, I guess we got to sit through that. Whatever.
Most definitely.
Whatever. Yeah, fuck Hogan.
Yeah, for sure. Man, take the rest of the segments, man. In case you missed it, Weezy, Kristi Tolliver only makes $10,000 as an assistant coach for the Washington Wizards, while others in the same role earn right around $150,000 or more. Now, the WNBA CBA stipulates all Mystic players who work for the Wizards in the offseason cannot be paid more than a combined $50,000. Now, when Tolliver took the job in 2018, much of that pot was already dedicated to her teammate, Elena Deladon, who promotes the Mystics while she's not playing in the offseason. Agreeing to the low salary was a difficult decision for Tolliver, but she wanted the chance to learn from some of the best coaches and players in the world. Besides the NFL, I think the WNBA has the worst CBA I've ever seen. Disgusting. Like, come on, man.
She basically took an internship.
She basically, paid internship for the duration for $10,000 for a whole year. That's trash.
Man.
I hope they find a way to mark Cuban the game and probably give her a little bit more money on the back end, for sure.
That's rough.
Now, come on, man.
Yeah.
Damn, Kristi Tolliver. Tweets with questions throughout the week at Full Sport Press. Don't forget to comment and give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down on the YouTube page. On the iTunes page, please rate and subscribe. But more importantly, don't forget to tell a friend.
Tell a friend.
That the revolution will be podcasted. And before we get started with the first half, Weezy, do you have a yellow box of Cheerio Awards recipient for this week?
I do.
Let's hear it.
This week's yellow box of Cheerios is twins.
Okay.
Australian identical twins. Anna and Lucy.
For sure.
Okay,
here we go. Now, Anna and Lucy are identical twins from Australia who prides themselves on being the world's most identical twins. Now, the twins are currently sharing a boyfriend and hope to be able to marry him one day. The twins have been dating Ben Burns since 2012, and they are ready to take their unique relationship to the next level. How do you do that, cameraman? You're going to get pregnant by him at the same exact time. If this were to happen, their children would be both half-siblings and cousins. And the idea to have babies at the same time, you ask? Their mother told them to do this, and this would be a great idea for identical twins, Anna and Lucy.
When does the reality show start?
Soon.
It has to be.
What channel? Bravo?
Easy, Bravo.
Easy.
Wow.
That's nuts. Now that is a yellow box of Cheerios.
That might take the cake. It's going to be hard to beat that yellow box of Cheerios.
Man.
That's a lot right there.
Some we try to get them a little sports related. Yeah. But this one?
That's rough.
That's nuts.
Man.
Dude, come on, man. I thought the Kardashians was bad.
No, this is nuts. That's the mom saying, we got a meal ticket right here.
This is it.
Let's go ahead and do it.
Ben is living a life.
Yeah, he's winning.
Ben is winning.
Ben is winning.
But this is insane. Have siblings and cousins at the same damn time.
Picture 5 years from now, those kids got to go to school.
And on that note, let's get started with the first half, fellas.
The first half is underway.
First half, man, is the hottest sports news of the past week, like we do each and every week here at the Full Sport Press Podcast. Before we get started,
I think come to each other.
Weezy, man, what's cracking?
Weezy, where can they find you on social media?
FSP_Weezy on IG and at Weezy on Twitter.
Yeah, you go.
There we go. For sure, I was looking at cameraman.
Trying to do y'all strong right there, Weezy. Real confident when
you
said that.
You gotta level up.
Yeah, for sure.
Get left out here.
You definitely gotta level up.
Yeah.
Where you at, Jeff?
Jay Easley 84 across all social media platforms.
Most definitely. And I'm Jay Hove, man. Catch me on the Twitter and Instagram. Yeah, it's 2019.
We Snapchatting this 2019?
Yeah, no.
No.
I think Snapchat done.
That's your done?
So I think Snapchat
Need to be
officially.
Yeah,
right?
Just on that.
Cameraman, no.
Cameraman, of course, my fault. I forget about you, brother. FSP_cameraman on Twitter.
It's quiet on there.
It's Snapchat done.
Sure.
You got a question?
Yeah.
He says Snapchat's still popping.
It's still popping.
It's still
Is it Yo Gotti popping?
He knows.
It ain't popping like that no more. Okay. It ain't popping like that no more. Okay. That's so funny. He knew exactly what I was talking about. College football New Year's Day Bowl winners and losers. I will kick it off in the first half.
Okay.
College football is down to the finish line, man. After a busy slate of New Year's Day bowls, just 2 games remain. The playoff national championship between Alabama on January the 7th and the FCS title game between North Dakota State and Eastern Washington this weekend that just passed. Now, let's talk about some winners and losers of the New Year's Day bowl games. Let's go with the winner. Who wants to go first?
LSU.
LSU, for sure. I have them as a winner as well.
LSU, they played really good that day. And I like that number 40 played, man.
Yeah, Devin White.
He played.
Yeah, he's a dog, though.
Yeah.
He's a dog. Jalen Smith played the exact same thing, tore his knee up, though.
Yeah.
It took him 3 years to get back. He's now a Pro Bowler, one of the best linebackers in the NFL. So I understand not playing, but at the same time, I also see why he played. And Jeff called this game. He said that it's going to be sad that UCF loses because Mackenzie Milton isn't playing. Right. But at the same time, he called that it was going to happen like this. 40-32. It was a good game, though.
Good
game.
Yeah. Get the hands up.
They said Mackenzie Milton going to come back for a senior year.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but he said I don't know.
I think the main reason is that because he has to get back to being 100%.
I respect
so, it might hurt his draft stock if he can't get out there and perform.
Right.
So him playing will be good for sure, man. But LSU definitely snapping that 25-game win streak of UCF for sure. You got another winner, Jeff? Texas for sure. One of my winners as well. Yeah.
Texas look, we're talking about a little more than losers, but Texas definitely came out to play when it meant something. You know what I mean?
For sure.
A game that both teams could have just tucked away and said, who cares? Texas came out and put their foot on the gas. And
for sure. For Texas to be what they want to be, which is a perennial powerhouse in the Power 5 conferences, it has to beat teams like Georgia at the end of the season, whether it's in a New Year's Day bowl or it's a part of the championship. It didn't bring a championship to the University of Texas, but what it did shows that Tom Herman is in the right way, and those guys are fighting. So I like that. Yeah, that was a good one, Jeff. Anybody else got another winner?
Ohio State Buckeyes.
Went out the right way. Yeah. Send my boy
out
the
right way. Well, he's 2 years high.
I didn't think Ohio State was gonna be like to play like that.
I respect that.
I didn't think they were ready to play like. I think they were trying to build it in. Coach is gone. Let's get this game over with.
Right.
Dwayne Haskins had them boys.
Somebody
had them ready to play.
Haskins' stock is going up. Yeah, for sure. Especially with Herbert coming back. Oh man, yeah, for sure. He might be the top quarterback taken between him and the kid from Duke, Daniel Jones. Kentucky is another winner for me.
Okay.
That's a 10-win Kentucky season for you.
Yeah.
Best season since 1977.
Absolutely.
Last college game, Benny Snell, 144 rushing yards. Trace McSorley looked like shit. James Franklin looked overly conservative as usual. Great way to close the year for the Kentucky Wildcats. And it also shows that, what's the name of that? What's that coach? His brother is...
Bob Stoops.
Yeah, Stoops, Little Stoops, yeah. Shows that he has that program going in the right direction. It's no longer will always be looked as a basketball program. Of course. But if your football team can win 10 games, keep them hands up. And they beat us this year, man. Yeah. They did, for sure. That's the one game we shouldn't have lost. Oh, we lost to Missouri, too. We shouldn't have lost to Missouri, too. Yeah, for sure.
Should have lost to Vanderbilt.
Did not, though. Did not. Did not.
You almost lost, though.
No, I almost lost a friend.
You damn sure did.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, so I'm never going to a Vanderbilt Florida game with him again. I go with you, Jeff.
Yeah, I go invested in that.
Parham went with. Shout out to Parham. I know he listening. Yeah. Cameraman, when you go, for sure. Yeah. See how he did that? That's a bet move right there, for sure.
You can't go with Weezy.
Yeah, I'm going to say.
Too much. Yeah.
Nah, for sure.
Let's y'all both know one of the teams is going to lose regardless. Like, it got to be a bad year for one team.
It'll never happen.
I understand.
Yeah, for sure. Let's move on to the losers, man. Anybody got a loser?
Penn State.
Okay, Penn State.
Yeah, James Franklin, he had that game in control. Well, he didn't have the control, but the boys fought back hard.
Yeah.
Fourth quarter, he made a bad decision to go for it. Instead of kicking the field goal, get points.
Yeah, overly conservative, as usual, with the great James Franklin.
That's my guy.
Yeah, that's your guy, Jeff. That's your guy. Weezy's old coach.
Yeah.
You know? I just don't like when coaches take the game out of the kids' hands. You fight back.
Overthinking it.
Yeah.
Do you think, okay, so I talked to one of the homies this weekend and they said that officials think that people are there to watch them, right? People
I've heard that
for sure.
Yeah.
Do you think coaches think the same thing?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Some coach to be a successful coach to me, you gotta be a little egotistical.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you gotta be able to make calls and
right.
in situations where we're gonna, like your coach, Vrabel
Mm-hmm.
going for that 2-point conversion.
Cost
You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
mean, you got to be able to make that call though and live with
You
it.
do.
You know what I mean?
You
So
do.
you got to be a little egotistical to be a coach, I think. So,
Most
yeah.
definitely. You said you had to lose him.
Oh, yeah.
Cut you off.
Georgia on Twitter.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can't do all that.
You can't do all that.
You can't do all that. Just
Oh,
show
yeah.
up, not show up for the game.
Yeah.
You got to basically handle Texas from start to finish after all that tweeting y'all was doing after while the playoff game was going on. So
Yeah.
no, you can't do that.
Dogs had a legit chance to, after the way that Clemson kicked the shit out of Notre Dame.
Yeah.
They had a real chance to kind of say they're one of the best 4 teams in college football. Had a claim, like you were saying, on Twitter the whole week. We should have been in this game. And then you come out and lay an egg.
Yeah.
And Jake Fromm looks like Jake Fromm.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Jake Fromm's predecessor leaving
Mm-hmm.
the same week.
Mm-hmm.
It looks the exact same way that you don't want to go out. You don't want to go out like that. And the final score was 28-21. But they were down 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And didn't really give themselves a chance to win a game. Yeah.
That game, the coach looked like he let the kids go way too much.
Yeah.
They looked like they wouldn't focus at all
Yeah.
during the week during that week in practice.
Yeah.
Just let them go.
Yeah, they got dominated wire to wire, for sure. I got another loser.
Okay.
Pac-12.
Mm-hmm.
Already a big loser because they missed out on the playoff berth for the, third time in 5 years, more than any other Power 5 conference. But the Pac-12 finished bowl season 3-4. Come on now. Come on now. So if you look at it and you say Pac-12 is a major contender every year, the Big 12 has surpassed them, for sure.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Big 10 for sure.
Big Ten.
Always surpassed them. And the ACC has always been, they're the last in the rankings of the Power 12. Pac-12 is trash.
Yeah.
Trash football going on.
They got to turn around. I mean, they
will.
can turn around next year.
Oregon
can
for sure.
back.
That's where all the quarterbacks come from, though.
Pac-12, most definitely. That's true. No defense. No defense been playing the Big 12 either. But it's just the Pac-12 look really bad in bowl season.
Yeah.
That's true though. He's about the quarterback for sure. Except for my quarterback. My quarterback went to Eastern Illinois. Came out of the OVC. His name is Jimmy Garoppolo. Keep going.
You guys want to give a quick prediction about the?
That's true. That's true.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, it comes down to this, man.
Yeah.
The granddaddy of them all, part 4.
Yeah.
Shot you. 4 months after the quest for a national title,
Yeah.
you got Bama versus Clemson. Give me a score. Give me an MVP.
Go ahead, Weezy.
28-26.
Clemson. 28-26.
28-26.
Okay.
Hey, that's not high scoring.
26. But damn, it is. It's
No,
two
but
different teams.
with those defenses,
High scoring is 50-54.
those defenses, 28 points is high.
Yeah,
With those, that's high.
They loaded on both sides of the
Yeah.
ball.
I respect it. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
But
I got Alabama.
22, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. No,
I was saying Clemson get on 26 points. That's a lot.
Clemson bent minus Dexter Lawrence.
Yeah,
is not.
That's true.
That's true. Yeah, sure. So what you got?
I got Clemson 21, Alabama 17.
So you got Clemson winning.
Yeah,
I do too.
Wow.
Yeah.
I got Alabama winning 30-24. I think that with Dexter Lawrence, people don't realize how big of a loss that is to play against Alabama. And people don't realize how good Quentin Williams is. Quentin Williams is a transcendent talent for the Alabama defense.
I think Clemson. They gotta get this one. Part 4.
Part 4?
Yeah, you gotta get part 4.
And considering Dabo's been there before,
Yeah,
How you doing?
beat him.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
it won't be like he's down there in the headlights out there.
no, of course not. Of course not.
MVP? You got MVP? Trevor?
Yeah.
There go my boy Trevor.
Young Trevor.
Yeah, Trevor.
Yeah.
I, of course, have Tua.
Tua.
Yeah, by the end of this thing, I think people, as he did against Oklahoma, he's going to lead that offense. Weezy's boy Jerry Jeudy.
This is his moment.
This is it.
Because this is his moment. Because the narrative right now is he's the second best quarterback on the field. If you read a lot of the stuff,
shit,
no, not for me. It's not for me. A lot of the stuff leading up to this, ESPN.
No, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
I said as a fucking freshman. I
Yeah.
mean, not first.
Yeah.
As a true freshman coming into this thing, I
Should
understand
have
he's a bit
started.
him and for sure. But at the same time, he's not. I think they're looking ahead. You talking to me about all the
going
time.
to the pros.
We're talking about right
I
now.
got you.
Tua Tagovailoa is the best quarterback in college football, and if he stays healthy, Alabama will win that for sure.
Okay.
We'll
Second.
see.
Yeah,
We'll
for
see.
sure.
What
What
was
we
the
doing
score?
for the game?
What was
30-24. What we doing for the game? Cameraman, you gonna set it up? Maybe not. All right.
All right. Let's move on. Go to Weezy's favorite sport, the NFL. And Black Monday recap.
Truly Black Monday.
Truly.
It's rough.
The regular season ended on last Sunday, and coaches lost their job just as quick. Let's start with the Arizona Cardinals. They got rid of Steve Wilkes. Denver Broncos got rid of Vance Joseph. Miami Dolphins got rid of Adam Gase.
Caught that.
Yeah. Cincinnati Bengals. This was probably the most surprising
That was
one.
surprising.
Marvin Lewis is out of there.
He stepped down.
You think so?
I think he stepped down.
He probably said, you know what, I'm
Due
out.
time, it's like, and that
Yeah,
past due.
Yeah, for sure. He been there 16 years, right?
It's past due.
Yeah.
Then also Tampa Bay got rid of Dirk Cotter.
Caught that.
And the Jets got rid of Todd Bowles.
Caught that.
I didn't like the top balls. Really.
4 black people. Gotta get rid of it. And then, so it leaves us what, with 3 minority coaches with Ron Rivera?
Yeah. And then you may lose one of them before it's over.
You think so? You think we'll get rid of
Tomlin over Rivera might not make 2 next year.
Tomlin, Rivera, and
I'm on the hot seat.
Tomlin on the hot seat.
Anthony Lynn?
Hot.
Anthony Lynn, he's good.
Yeah, he good.
We
got one.
We got one.
We got one.
We ain't worried about him right now.
Yeah.
But Rivera and Tomlin,
Yeah.
one of them might not make it to
Yeah.
next year. But speaking of that, guys, what's the most attractive job we think going into the next season?
Browns.
Cleveland for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
You look for a quarterback, you got a quarterback. You
Defense.
got one of the best defensive players with Miles Garrett. Yeah, Nick Chubb.
Peppers.
Yeah, Jabril Peppers, yeah. Denzel Ward. Just
Yeah.
a bunch of players on that team. All you need is a wide receiver to go alongside Juice with Jarvis Landry.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those things, if you look at the best, it's also the Packers, but Aaron Rodgers is old.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers is really old.
Aaron Rodgers is old, and he has a wide receiver. He has one wide receiver.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all you need with Aaron Rodgers. He has one wide receiver. He has no defense, though.
No.
Clay Matthews is not who he used to be.
No, he's done.
No.
Yeah, no, for sure. They got a good corner, Jair Alexander. That was
Yeah.
great. But their offense, they have Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
So I have to turn that gig down.
You know what I think?
What's up?
If they can get a quarterback, and that's a big if. That's probably the biggest if in the NFL.
For sure.
The Broncos.
Broncos
The
is
defense
tough.
is
Defense
there.
lockdown.
You got a running back. You got the running backs there. You got
do.
receivers there.
It's true. Sneaky.
You just need a quarterback.
Sneaky.
Yeah.
Sneaky. If you can get a
You get a
quarterback.
quarterback.
They paid Case Keenum.
That's not the quarterback. That wasn't the one.
Take 2 gloves.
They just need a quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Teddy get a job.
Take me the job.
Maybe we can draft maybe a Will Greer.
That's your man.
But underrated, the Jets too, man.
Just
Yeah, it's right there.
Just
It's
solid.
right there.
Leonard Williams,
Sam
they got
Darnold?
safety.
Yeah.
Got Sam Darnold.
And you got money to get Le'Veon if you
Yeah.
can
Yeah,
eventually come
I'm
back.
telling you, the Jets is
For sure.
right there.
Not bad.
Yeah.
For sure. Let's keep it in the NFL.
Okay.
The Steelers have backed themselves into a no-win situation again. Antonio Brown reportedly wants out of Pittsburgh after getting deactivated in the season finale due to some kind of misbehavior that would get him kicked off a junior high school team. Now, the Steelers presumably want him out of Pittsburgh too due to the lengthening list of similar infractions.
Mm.
The Steelers painted themselves into a similar corner with Le'Veon Bell this season. And the Steelers used to be one of the best organizations in the NFL just a few years ago. Now they are truly the Kardashians. What should we do, or what should the Steelers do with AB?
Clean house.
You have to.
Just let Le'Veon go.
Yep.
Get rid of Antonio. Put Ben out the pasture.
Yeah,
Fire Tomlin. Start over.
Especially if Mike Tomlin wants to reestablish a discipline that the Steelers have ran for the duration of our lifetime, they have to get rid of everybody that you mentioned, for sure.
Yeah, AB's great.
Yeah.
On the field, great.
Yeah.
But do a lot of girlish stuff.
Well, I think he's emotional. He's
yeah,
emotional.
Girls emotional.
We're gonna edit that.
Yeah.
But for sure. But if you look at, he reminds me a lot of Jimmy Butler, man.
Yeah.
The similar, like, toxic.
Yeah.
On the show, when he got traded to Philly, I said he's going to mess up another locker room, just like he did the previous 2 that he did. And this week, here he goes. Jimmy Butler says that he's challenging,
aggressively challenging.
So it's the same with this Antonio Brown. Now, granted, we're on his short list.
Yeah.
Us, the Raiders, Jets, and the Packers.
Of course he will. Of course he wants to go Jimmy Garoppolo, pay for Aaron Rodgers. Of course he does.
Who wouldn't?
And the Raiders. Of course he would.
Yeah, no, for sure. But he's a toxic person. Yeah, he's a diva. And by cutting and trading him, it would cost him like $20 million.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you want to make sure that you continue to put your program or your actual your team in the best organization in the best position.
He does all the time. I mean, let's not forget, man. He Facebook Live. Coach Tomlin's speech last year after they lost.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Juju Smith also tweeted, I'm the real MVP. And he said, well, trade me, we'll see. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to be,
I think, well, that's A lot. The emergence of Juju definitely makes trading him easier.
Easier, for sure.
Easier. And you got a couple of younger guys that can play the role of Juju 2 years
sure.
ago.
Yeah, but Juju needs him.
What we're not talking about is how Ben Roethlisberger has thrown everybody under the bus but himself.
That's why I said they need to just cut bait on everyone.
And then Mike Tomlin is being such of a player's coach. I think it's came and bit him in the ass this year.
It's only so long that message can go without certain players figuring out, I can run over coach.
Right.
I can get over him.
But,
right.
That's what they do.
I really don't care what Big Ben says.
I do.
Just if you're watching the game, nobody get more titles on that field than Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
Big Ben throwing the ball every time he can. I don't care if he's double covered or not. Hey, I'm gonna give him a chance. He'll throw it to him. Most of the time, Antonio Brown catches it. So shut up.
Yeah. I mean, but the thing is, you have to also realize that Ben Roethlisberger, anytime there's a mic in front of him, he's throwing somebody under the bus. It's never Ben's fault. More people, we should have led with Ben Roethlisberger throwing somebody else under the bus again rather than Antonio Brown.
Yeah, he don't get away with that, you know.
Yeah, no, for sure. He's got away with everything.
Exactly.
Everything.
Yes.
Let's move on to the NBA after that. And Weezy's guy.
This hurt me.
It hurt you?
Yeah.
Let's talk about it, Weezy. LeBron James was on ESPN's More Than an Athlete, well, actually his own show.
Mm-hmm.
And I quote said this: "That one right there made me the greatest player of all time." That's what I felt. I was super ecstatic to win one for Cleveland because of the 52-year drought. I was ecstatic that day. The first wave of emotion was everyone saw me crying. That was 52 years of everything sports that's in Cleveland. And after I stopped, I was like, that one right there made you the greatest player of all time.
Yeah.
What he talking about? The Game 7 win over the Golden State Warriors after the Cavs came back down 3-1.
Yeah.
The Kyrie iced the unanimous, all that good stuff.
He did.
Yeah.
He don't even have a signature moment, but Kyrie does. We go ahead.
The block is
the
signature moment. You gotta give him that.
But he didn't put nobody away.
Nah.
Kyrie did to put away.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
You took my y'all definitely gonna say that.
He averaged 40 in that series.
Yeah, for sure. He cold. I ain't talking about not being cold. Go ahead,
Jim. In this quote, I was thinking to myself, you did something special. That was like one of the only times in my career I felt like, oh shit, you did something special. Is LeBron the GOAT?
I mean, I don't even know why.
This whole thing. Yeah.
How?
Yeah. No. Let's just keep it real. Like, okay. You don't really want. You can't say that, can you?
He's 3-6 in the finals. Michael Jordan 6 in the finals.
Exactly.
That's the end of the conversation.
Well,
Mike got Defensive Player of the Year. He don't. Mike got 9 first-team All-Defense. LeBron has 5. So
it's not even about that.
That's a lot.
No,
that's got a lot to do with it too.
You're right.
Yeah.
Absolutely right about that. But Jordan would never say, "I'm the GOAT." Have you ever heard Jordan say it?
No, not.
Have you ever heard Kobe say it?
I'm pretty sure Kobe.
I'm sure, yeah. Not with a camera.
Yeah, not a camera in front of him. I mean, he's probably saying in front of his homeboys.
Yeah, sure.
But not with a camera in front of him. Like, what makes LeBron James? What makes you think you can say that?
Yeah, because
you're already in the debate. So
okay. I hear y'all, and it feels funny for me taking up for LeBron.
And that's my boy.
But that moment, being down 3-1 against the team that was 73-9.
That 73-9 team was good, but but the Cavs are equally good, y'all. Let's keep it above.
No,
they're equally
good. Jay, I ain't gonna let you.
I don't know if you can do that.
Yeah, numbers 73-9, 73-9.
73-9 is equally good, but I'm telling you, that team just wasn't.
I ain't gonna let you do that. You had me.
So you saying the Utah Jazz was the same as good as Jordan's team?
Don't matter. It don't matter what you say.
I'm just telling you,
they were 73-9 in the NBA. Like, come on now.
What I'm saying is, Kevin Love was an All-Star that year.
Kevin Love, yes.
Probably, yeah.
LeBron James.
Yeah.
Kyrie
Irving, right?
Right.
It was just Steph, Draymond.
Don't just Steph.
It was equal. That's what I'm saying.
They had the best bench in the NBA.
All I'm saying is, it wasn't like it was a situation where they beat KD. They won an 8 against KD.
Ah, man.
They won one game since KD got there.
Okay. Well, KD, we all know what.
So I'm just saying.
KD took him from a super team to what?
So I'm saying.
Super duper team.
So what I'm saying is, if you go and beat, you say, I'm the GOAT after you beat KD. You don't say you're the GOAT when you're beating a team that's equal.
Well, here's my counterpoint to that. If Golden State wins as a 73-9 team, they are considered the greatest team in NBA history.
No, just because of a number.
I know.
But that's how we got to go off of.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, LeBron's team, it ain't like it was him and the team that AI had. Now, that is when you walk off and you say, you beat that team with less talent, you can say, you can beat your chest and say, you know what? I'm the GOAT because I did this with this lack of help. But in turn, he had Kyrie Irving, and he also had Kevin Love. So it ain't also 2 All-Stars. So it ain't like he beat them with Aaron McKee and Dikembe Mutombo.
No one's arguing that point. I'm just saying.
That's all I'm saying. There's nothing to beat your chest about.
73-9 is something.
73-9,
3-1 is something to beat your chest about.
Yeah, no, for sure.
My only problem is I don't want him to come out and say that
and
on camera.
What I was going to say earlier was if he has the shot over Draymond or over Steph or over Clay, whoever, if he has that shot, he might have all. Yeah. If he hits the shot that Kyrie hit,
he did,
and wins the game,
he made the biggest play by baiting Draymond. Yeah. That was the biggest play.
Draymond's emotional. He got to keep himself.
That was a big play. If you want to talk about
he should have been suspended a long time ago for what he did to Steven Adams the series before that.
Man, come on.
To be real, you want to be technically real, what he did to Steven Adams before that. Yeah,
so, before
big kid Draymond.
Yeah. Let's move on, man.
You ready?
No.
Yeah, okay. Before we get started with halftime, let's talk about in Nashville, on and off the field, first ballot Hall of Famer, Chris Johnson.
Yeah, he did numbers.
Yeah, for sure. He did numbers. Yeah, for
Weekend
sure.
King.
Yeah, Weekend King. Agenda
legend. Limelight legend.
Oh my God. Nash 615. He should listen. Chris Johnson. Anyway, he held the NFL combine record for 9 years, running a 4.24 40-yard dash. Now in 2017, John Ross ran a 4.22 40-yard dash, which propelled him to a top 10 pick in the NFL draft.
Yeah.
Now Johnson offered his take on a fascinating NFL conspiracy theory this week. Now play that clip, cameraman.
John Ross beat the 4.24. Eye emoji. That's what he sent out. As soon as he ran the time. Remember the official timeline came in and he tweeted eye emoji. Was there part of you that was like, I hope that gets corrected and it's actually a 4.25?
Probably a part of me. Yeah. But I still to this day I don't believe he beat it.
You still don't think he ran a 4.22?
No, when you look okay, for once, when you look at the side by side,
okay,
I pulled off on him at the end.
Right. That's fascinating.
And number 2 is, when have it ever took that long for the official time to come?
It took a long time. You're right. Wow.
It took almost
that it was rigged.
They probably got tired of
showing your highlight all the time.
Yeah, they probably got tired of no one being there. Felt like the combine was getting boring.
Right, so they needed more attention. This is a big conspiracy theory guy. This is one of the best ones I've ever heard.
I'm telling you.
Now, Johnson believes that Ross, his time, at 4.24, the NFL wanted to add some excitement to the combine, and it gave Ross that record. Does CJ have a point?
Absolutely. I remember watching that draft. Watching that combine.
Yeah.
And when John Ross ran, it never popped up.
Mm-hmm.
The time never popped up. I was like, what was it?
Yeah.
And it's, he just broke the. We still never seen it.
Yeah.
So
it was a couple of days later or something.
It took forever for them to run that. The official.
Yeah. I don't believe it because it never popped up.
And the side by side, you clearly see CJ took off on him late.
Yeah.
In there, I think he ran about a 4.25, maybe a 4.26.
But let's be honest, both of them guys
flying,
moving,
flying. But I don't think John Ross beat CJ. And if so, this is not a great look for the NFL. If you're doing the side by side, which I want you guys to look at,
I watched it. Yeah.
It is very visible and obvious the fact that John Ross did not run faster than CJ, and that's some bullshit.
I remember watching John Ross's runs, like that didn't seem like
it was different.
When you saw Chris Johnson run, he was like, man,
dude
was gone.
No, he's gone. He's gone.
He was out of there.
No, that was the for real 4.24. There's no way Ross ran 4.22.
Anytime you run over 20 miles per hour, I think
you move. You fucking move. You're moving.
Yeah.
You're moving. But at the same time, this is a big deal because we hold 40 records to a really high standard.
Yeah.
That's like a sacred number.
Yeah.
4.24?
4.2 is
4.2 anything.
Yeah.
But come on, man, NFL.
You got to change, say 4.24 on it.
He did. With the clock.
Yeah.
That was some bull. That's why he's a legend, though.
Yeah.
That's why he's a legend, for sure, in the city. God damn CJ.
Remember that game against Arizona?
Yeah.
That sideline game?
Yeah.
I was at that game.
Good gracious, man.
Marty would have had 10 more yards. He caught him.
He would have caught him. He caught him.
He caught him at the end zone.
The
ankle was nice.
Yeah. But he still outran that angle. That's nuts.
That was
smooth, for sure. You guys ready to get started with halftime?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
We're at the midway point. Enjoy all of the halftime festivities.
Halftime. We have another installment of Coach Brown's 2-minute drill. Coach Brown's a former TSU tight end and the current defensive coordinator for Hillsborough High School in Nashville, Tennessee. Shout out to the Burrows. Coach Brown will give an insight on hot topics from a former player and a current coach's perspective. Let's see what Coach Brown has to say this week.
Good evening. I am Coach Brown, and welcome to Coach Brown's 2-minute drill. We're going to jump right into it. We're going to talk college football playoffs. Notre Dame has lost 7 out of their last 8 New Year's Six games. Prime time, big bowls, the money bowls, where the big teams are supposed to show up and show out. Notre Dame has consistently not done that. Did the selection committee get it right? It's about selecting the 4 best teams, point blank, period. And I don't think that was done, and it showed yesterday. We're going to move on to another blue blood school, which is Michigan University. Got their ass whooped, point blank, period. Florida got after them. And I know you UM fans don't want to believe that or accept that. Hey, man, it is what it is. So we have 2 blue blood programs that are currently in a state of disarray. And can we say that? Notre Dame and Michigan. I said this a long time ago. College football wants Notre Dame or Michigan to be relevant for college football to be relevant. And it's not like that anymore. Moving on to the Titans, man. Can the Titans get over the ghost of Andrew Luck that has hunted them for 10 straight wins? Is it 10 straight wins, 8 straight wins? It doesn't matter. Even when the Colts were only winning 2 games a year, they were beating the Titans twice. They have flexed the game. It's a Sunday night game here in Nashville. Man, the atmosphere is going to be crazy. Can the Titans pull this out and get in the winner's circle and get in the playoffs? I don't know if they can do it without Mariota. I don't believe in Gabbert. Hell, I don't believe in Mariota sometimes, for that matter. But it is what it is. Hey, moving on to the Bum of the Week. Bum of the Week is going out to the selection committee, of course, because they did not select the 4 best teams. My thinking is that the 4 best teams are supposed to be selected for the playoffs. That wasn't done. You may have gotten 3 out of the 4 correct, but it's tough, man. It's a tough job, but you guys got to do better. I don't know if we need to go to 6 teams, 8, what have you, but selection committee, you guys got to do something better. Hey, I am the coach, Coach Brown, that is, Root, and I'm gone.
And that is another installment of Coach Brown's 2-minute drill. No limits, no boundaries in 2019 come from Coach Brown, man. My dog. North Dakota State, should they move up to the FCS?
Nah, stay where you at.
I think so. I think they need to move up. Appalachian State moved up, still competing. I think North Dakota State would do the exact same thing within this year, maybe next year.
Okay.
I think they should. They need to, for sure. You dominate at your level, it's time to move up. You see colleges do it all the time. Belmont dominated NAI.
Yeah.
They move up to Division I. Mm-hmm. They dominate in the ASUN. Now they move up to the OVC. Yeah. Now I think they'll go probably sooner or later, to another conference. I'm telling you, they'll move up, maybe, or Southern, SoCon, something like that. Yeah, so you see it in college basketball all the time. North Dakota State definitely needs to move up. Justin Fields leaving the great state of Georgia to go play football at Ohio State.
Shocker to me. I didn't see that one coming.
Yeah. I think, and we'll talk about it a little bit more once he see if
the dust settles a little bit.
See if he's eligible. I mean, because he will be there for spring practice. He's going to enroll this week. See if he'll be able to, and he'll play in the spring game. Mm-hmm. He has the number 1 quarterback in the country from 2 years ago. Tate Martell is there. Justin Fields is the number 2 quarterback in the country this year. Him and Trevor Lawrence 2 years ago. I just don't see the reason for him to go there and have the same fight that he'll have with Jake Fromm that he'll have with Tate Martell.
He was promised something. Yeah,
he was promised something in Georgia too, though.
It looks real funny when you go there.
Yeah. I would go to a place where I don't have to fight.
If I Tate Martell, I'm out. Either I'm out. Oh, yeah. Either I'm out, or you gotta tell me something, coach.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Yeah, I don't get that, and because that whole staff recruited Tate Martell to basically be the heir apparent to what's the kid that just left?
Not Haskins.
16, JT Baird.
JT Baird, yeah.
So they say, hey, when you redshirt, you come in, you play.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
He redshirt.
Right.
And then Dwayne Haskins beats him out. Clearly, because he's the better quarterback.
Right.
Right? He leaves. Now this is your team.
Yeah.
Now you sit and tell me that another kid's coming in who is promised probably the same thing.
Right.
Nah, man, something going on.
So is it something with Tate?
Tate might need to go in. Hey, but if I'm Justin Fields, I'm not going to a place where I have to deal with that.
I'm going somewhere else. Don't worry about it.
It's a school in Nashville, Tate. They love to have him.
Yeah.
He
go to Vanderbilt.
He go to Vanderbilt?
Ball.
From another school.
You can come to your
Exactly.
Ball. Oh my God. I'm telling you, Justin Fields could go play at UNA Triple C for the next 4 years and still get drafted first 3 picks. That's how good Justin Fields is. Yeah, he's an amazing quarterback. He will play in the NFL. Him and Trevor Lawrence, equally good. Trevor Lawrence is, everybody loves Trevor Lawrence. And Justin Fields has taken this, because you did Elite 11, right? They both played in the Elite 11.
Yeah.
Justin Fields won the competition between them two.
Right.
Trevor Lawrence came in second.
Right.
So there's something there.
Almost definitely. I'm talking most about Tate.
And then,
He's got
Tate won the exact same thing.
Yeah, but it's something
Tate
Ohio
won
State
the
not
Elite
seeing
11
here. If they're bringing this kid in,
Yeah.
and he's already right there as the guy who knows the offense, the heir apparent, he should have been there last year, and they got saying this is your team.
Something
Right on
fun.
the wall, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta look in the mirror a little bit. What's that? Guys ready to get started second half?
Yes, sir.
Let's go, cameraman.
The second half is underway.
Second half, the 2018 year in review, episode 252. That rhyme. Show bars, Jeff. Get me in the studio. Bars. Before we start, MJ Hope.
It's your boy Freak Jeff.
I'm Weezy. What's popping?
Weezy.
Popping. A lot of shit popping.
Yeah, for sure. Weezy, what will you remember from 2018 in the year of sports? In the year of sports, for sure.
In the year of sports.
Yeah, for sure.
Unfortunately,
it wasn't a question. As the year comes to a close, FSP will give our look back at 2018 and talk about some of the most memorable, the best moments, the worst moments, the weirdest, and the most embarrassing sports moments from the last 12 months. We will also give some bold predictions as to what to expect to unfold in 2019. In no particular order, here are the moments that defined 2019. What you going to say, Rick?
Clearly, let's roll.
Let's kick it off, man. Tiger versus Phil. Pay-per-view. Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
This was
Go ahead. Yeah.
This was better than I thought it was gonna be.
For sure.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be they just doing this to get Tiger some pub and Phil some pub to chill at that gamble. But it was actually pretty entertainment for a good 10 minutes.
Yeah, no, for sure. For the last, I would think we had a solid 4 holes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think this is something that golf should capitalize.
Should have been on pay-per-view though.
Plenty of room for undercards,
Yeah.
partners,
Yeah.
Actual real galleries that they were on. Golf shouldn't stop doing these things, man. You got to capitalize off of it. Don't charge me $19.99 to watch it. Kick it off a little bit earlier, with some intrigue.
Yeah.
Maybe partner it with a celebrity like Steph really plays, Ray Allen really plays, like doing something like that. That would be dope, man. But it was an attempt to do something different, and I think it was shown in a great way. And I think with all of the rough spots, I think they can really capitalize on it. Yeah, man.
I liked it. It was definitely entertaining.
Yeah.
I learned about the free link after it was already over.
For sure. Free link. Hot link.
I know you're on Twitter.
Yeah, you usually are the man of hot links. Your links be fire.
Yeah, but I missed that one, though.
Yeah, you missed that.
So it was definitely a great idea. I think golf and other sports as well. I think the NBA should capitalize.
Oh, for sure.
Some good one-on-ones.
Yeah.
Over the All-Star weekend or something like that.
For sure. Yeah, capitalize off of it, man.
Yeah.
Make it into a spectacle. Make it into something that people can take advantage of and see their actual personalities. I don't think we get to know golfers' actual personalities.
No,
and
we
how
don't.
they,
Right.
And I think it'll be
Who
good.
knew Phil Mickelson talked that much trash?
I had no clue. Even Tiger.
Yeah.
Only thing we heard of Tiger is, hey, it's Tiger.
Hey,
Hey, delete your voicemail.
Ooh.
Yeah, see, that was a dig. My bad, cameraman. Man, we're going to move on.
Let's move on to the Jimmy Butler situation in Minnesota.
Yeah, sure.
This took over our first half.
Oh, yeah.
Weeks.
Yeah, for weeks. Yeah, Jimmy.
Jimmy wanted out of Minnesota.
Sure.
He took over practice one day, commandeered practice
Yeah.
with the third string Timberwolves team
Sure, won.
and won.
Yeah.
And he said he only took one shot.
Yeah, for sure.
He said he only took one shot the whole time.
I didn't know that. That's
He
nuts.
said he only took one shot,
Yeah.
played defense on Cards in town,
Uh-huh.
locked him down.
Yeah, and he locked down his girl. That was the whole reason behind the fiasco. Allegedly. We have to talk about the alleged.
Okay.
It was alleged.
Okay.
But they had to trade Jimmy Butler, man.
Yeah,
He
They
wasn't gonna
had
stop
to.
till he got traded.
No, he wasn't going to stop. And this is going to be similar. I think a lot of sports people will follow the lead of Jimmy Butler coming in 2019 saying, hey, I'm going to force my hand.
Yeah.
AB is doing the exact same.
How
thing.
many times can you do this as a player?
Because
Jimmy
just
can't do
once
this again.
it's done.
Yeah.
Oh, he's done.
Nah, he can't cry
He's
two
done.
times.
Yeah, no, for sure. Because in turn, Jimmy Butler is just Jimmy Butler. He's a 4-time All-Star, plays both sides, offense and defense.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, is the risk worth the reward to bring to every team? Hell no, it ain't worth it. Hell no.
What he brings to the table should be enough to get Philly over the hump.
For sure.
In the East. And if he can't make that work, it's something. It might be Jimmy. I'm trying to look in the mirror.
Yeah, and the regression that we saw in Cat, it was very. And I saw Tibbs kind of saying, "Okay, this is going to bring the best." No, that's not. This is not helping Karl Anthony Towns. You just gave him $180 million.
Yeah, because those guys are not. My bad, Jack. Yeah. Those guys are not built.
No, not like Jimmy. No,
you know, some people can't take that. You know.
Yeah.
Why you telling me like that? They can't take that.
Nah, it's everybody. I'm telling you, coaches, and I hear coaches say this all the time. Okay. You have to. Everybody's different. Okay. Like for example, cameraman's a coach. There's a different way that he probably would have to talk to Weezy, to talk to me, and to talk to you.
Absolutely.
You have to. Absolutely. Everybody's different. In turn, I don't respond well to a coach finger pointing. Yeah, you probably got to take me to the side and say, "Hey, let's talk about this." Yeah. In turn, Jeff, you're a little bit more cool with somebody. Screaming at you. And Weezy might be in a situation where he can take it,
He might scream with a situation.
Yeah, exactly. So it's all different ways.
Won't be no more game.
And you have to be
Weezy out of there.
Yeah.
Scholarship gone.
Most definitely. Scholarship gone.
She never shot. We running no plays.
Okay.
All right. Let's move right along, man. Let's move right along to Eric Reed being drug tested 7 times. Eric Reed signed a 1-year, $1.3 million contract with the Panthers, which was almost 5 times the amount less than his final season with the 49ers. Did not know that. Let me give you a breakdown of this. There are 72 drug test eligible players on the Panthers roster every week, right? 10 will be drug tested every week, right? For Reed to be randomly selected 6 times works in a 0.17% out of one. So basically, it's a 1 in 588 chances that he would get drug tested. So come on, man.
You know that was something.
It's something. They're trying to catch him doing something, but his hands are clean, man. Yeah. Will Eric Reed play in 2019?
That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah.
I don't know. They try so hard to provoke him, and even on the field, referees just giving them flags for no reason.
And if I'm a team, do I want to bring that as my
exactly?
That's the scary part. That is making it hard for other teams to say, yeah, he's talented, but do I want to deal with the other stuff? I'm not even talking about just the protest. I'm talking about the league now.
The league. Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Right. So then, again, you fight mentally on the field and physically.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot.
In 11 weeks, you get tested 7 times, dog? 1 in 588 chance?
Is it worth it?
For him, hell yeah. Because he's getting 1.39. He's supposed to get like $7-8 million a year.
I'm going to say it's worth it to go through all this.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately. I mean, it ain't like he, has another choice.
Exactly.
But Ron Rivera did come out and say he would love to have Eric Reed back in 2019. So
I hope Ron gets to come back.
I hope Ron gets to come back. That's what he needs to worry about. For sure.
All right, let's move on to your guy.
My guy.
Urban Meyer.
It's my coach.
Says he's out of there one more time.
You see him walking out? He was doing the Gator back?
Yeah. I was like, what was that about, Urban?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. Towards the end, he walked towards the tunnel. He gave him couple of Gator chomps.
Yeah, he did some Gator chomps.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Come on.
Is he done? Yes or no?
Nah, hell
no.
2 years, he'd be somewhere else.
I mean, he's only 55 years old.
That's what I'm saying.
Y'all.
He's not 70, 80 years
he's
old.
Only 55.
He got plenty of time left.
Went out on a high note. Yeah. You got to look at it, dude. At 55 years old, that's the same age that Nick Saban took over Alabama.
Yeah.
Same exact age, dude. So he started a dynasty at 56.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
So he's going to take over. Is he going to go to Notre Dame?
Yeah.
Or USC?
Once Notre Dame is done in 2 years, maybe 2, he'll be healthy. He have his migraines under control. He'll go to Notre Dame.
Dude. And he went out. He picked his coach to be his predecessor. Yeah. Like, come on, man.
He left the school in good standing.
Yeah, good standing.
Yeah.
Got a good transfer coming in.
Yeah.
I'm sure he made a phone call.
Yeah.
He made a phone call to get Justin Fields there. Going out the right way. Let's move on to Golden State Warriors, the dominance in the NBA Finals. More importantly, J.R. Smith, Game 1. Kevin Durant and Steph Curry led the Warriors to their 3rd NBA championship in 4 years with a sweep of the Golden State Warriors. Of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Mm-hmm. So they're 1-8 since KD has gotten there. Mm-hmm. says a lot about what's going on. They're a super duper team, like Jeff says. Anytime we bring up the Golden State Warriors, but it's a play that happened that I think. Do you think this will stick with J.R. Smith for the rest of his career?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
That's why he's not playing today.
He can't play today because he has an $18 million contract.
He sucks, Jay.
He don't.
Now he can still play. Now he can still help.
What hurt him is that Houston was going to trade for him,
Mm-hmm.
and then they got Austin Rivers for a little bit of nothing.
For a little
He's
bit
a
of-
younger J.R. Smith.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Yeah, but you think about J.R.
Couple
Smith,
inches shorter too.
do you think about
But
anything
it's the
else?
same thing.
Oh no, for sure they're the same play.
Yeah.
When I think about J.R. Smith, I don't think about nothing else but that.
As of right now, you're right.
For sure.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man. He dribbled out the clock in final seconds, and it seemed like they secured the win. But the worst, I think, is this top 5 worst brain farts in sports history?
Absolutely.
Top 5.
It's top 5.
It cost him the whole entire series.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
It did not. It did not.
What do you mean there?
No, yes it does. Yes it does.
No, explain yourself.
Now,
That's what
listen.
you're saying.
The Cavaliers on the road.
Yeah.
Playing against the defending champs. Had them beat.
Had him beat.
Yeah. Until that one mistake in game 1.
Okay.
That would have put pressure on Golden State.
So you
It
saying
took the air out of him. That's what you're
Yes.
saying.
They would have won on the road.
So you're
They
saying,
got one game on the road.
So you're saying there was a chance.
Absolutely. They
There
had them
wasn't a
beat.
chance in hell Cleveland was beating them.
That was no
in
chance.
seven
Nah,
games.
no.
There wasn't a chance in hell they was beating them in 7 games.
It wasn't, Jeff.
Okay.
But they had won the first game.
Okay.
Cleveland was going to win
They
the
lost
first
a
game.
5. They lost a 5.
But they would have won the first game.
Okay.
They got swept after that.
That's right. They lost a 5.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, LeBron had 51, 8, and 8 that night.
That was a beautiful game.
It was a great game,
wow,
man.
God.
But they still got swept.
But they still got swept. And they were going to get swept.
Anybody
out.
would've got swept.
Yeah, they would have got swept.
Anybody got swept.
But I'm saying if you won that game, you're saying it changes the complexion and the swagger of the team.
Yeah,
For sure.
they won one game on the road, guys.
Okay. That's a big game. I tell you. I ain't
They
I'm not mad
wouldn't
about
have
it.
won the ball.
Hey.
They don't.
Barring injury, they wouldn't have won anymore.
I think they would have.
I think it would have been very similar to what AI did.
Yeah.
It was game 1.
I'd rather have that than lose like that.
Because you do that, what happens is they didn't have their hands up. You know, so you can catch somebody with a game 1.
Yeah.
The rest of the series,
But
the rest of the
we
season.
should have called him then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
We
they
should have
did.
called him.
And it's
Yeah.
JR's fault.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Most of it.
And he has no remorse for it.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. He has remorse.
I ain't
for it. Come
seen it.
on, man.
I ain't
Get the
seen
hell
it.
out of here.
Wait, what do you? Okay.
But I'm still
I
hot
don't
about it.
want to say
Let
too
me-
long on this, but what type of remorse do you want him to show?
I want to come out and man up to and say, hey.
He said it.
No, he didn't.
That post game was rough. Though.
He didn't
Yeah,
say
I mean,
it.
on the spot, of course,
Yeah,
you're just
yeah.
mad. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
But yeah, nah.
All right, let's skip ahead a little bit, guys, to probably the greatest regular season football game we've ever seen.
Nah, come on, you gassing.
Shh.
It was a big game, though.
It's
But
probably,
we'll
I think
see.
this is probably the
You
best.
didn't watch
regular
that game,
season.
did you? Be honest, you didn't watch that game.
I watched it.
Yeah, you didn't watch
Hey,
it.
I
It's probably the only game I watched from kickoff
The root of the two.
Yeah, it's probably.
They were playing football that game.
We're talking about the the Kansas City Chiefs versus the LA Rams on Monday Night Football.
For sure.
This game had everything you wanted. If you
Oh,
wanted defense, it had pick sixes, had
Yeah.
fumble recoveries.
Yeah.
You wanted offense, it had touchdown after touchdown after touchdown.
Right.
What more could you ask for from a football game?
105 points combined.
Combined.
That's the record
Yeah.
for a game
Mhm.
on Monday Night Football, or just period.
Period.
What was the over under? What was the total points? You remember that?
Or
Bet line?
61.
Yeah, it
61?
wasn't that high.
Wow.
Yeah.
And they obliterated it.
Wow.
This was Madden on TV.
Yeah, now that's exactly what it was.
Madden
Man on TV. Yeah, this is the thing. I fell asleep. I'm gonna be real. I
Okay.
fell asleep.
Yeah.
I fell asleep.
Monday Night Football starts a little late.
A little late.
Coming off the
Little late.
weekend, going into Monday.
I'm up
The
early,
8
man.
o'clock kickoff is
I'm up
rough.
at 5:30, y'all.
Yeah.
There's no way I'm staying to watch 54, 51. I woke up though and saw
Sports
some
Center.
great highlights.
Yeah.
Some great
Sports Center,
highlights.
I should say.
Yeah, but and you know, with the ratings being sluggish, this was the highest rated game for Monday Night Football since 2014. They needed this game. It was tabbed as one of the biggest games of the year,
Yeah.
and it filled up. And
Yeah,
it
it lived.
definitely didn't fill up. It definitely lived up.
Lived
to
up,
that.
yeah.
I'm glad it lived up.
Yeah.
I really am.
Yeah.
It was fun to watch, man. Like this was. Like you watched the game, right?
Yeah.
You saw so my guy was asleep.
I was asleep. I was definitely asleep.
I mean, he had two futures of the two quarterbacks, two faces of the pretty much NFL.
Yeah.
Coaches.
NFL.
More coaches. More coaches.
So these quarterbacks are good, Jay.
McVay is the face.
McVay, but I don't know about Pat
Patrick
though.
Mahomes.
Pat makes some
Pat,
throws.
Pat for sure. He said two though.
Yeah, okay.
Jared
Said two.
Goff.
Jared Goff is funny in the light to me.
He might be.
Saying he gonna let you down, Weezy. He gonna let you down. That's your man too.
That's my guy.
That's your guy. You know who also was your guy?
Oh.
You dropped some balls too. Pause.
Oh,
God damn.
Davis.
Davis Webb.
I dropped Davis.
Okay.
You dropped though?
Uh-oh. Give it to him. Give
Give
it to him.
Because he don't know.
I do.
Who's my
I
guy?
can't think of his games.
Wigger is my guy.
Who?
Wigger is my guy.
We know.
We'll see. We'll see what's going on with Willie G.
What's my man's name in Green Bay?
Deshaun Kaiser.
Deshaun Kaiser's your guy.
And he's behind.
DK.
He's behind. DK, are you with me? DK is my guy. I was looking for that Cleveland Browns DK jersey. I wanted that bad. I'm still looking for it.
I'm pretty sure this is a dumpster something.
Hey, let me find
You
it.
can get a
I'm
brand
wearing
new pack of them.
better than that Ray Rice.
Okay.
I can't wear that damn.
Let's move on, man.
Let's move on to the Minneapolis Miracle facing a 24-23 deficit against the New Orleans Saints in the NFC Championship game with 10 seconds left and no timeouts on its own 39-yard line. Minnesota was cooked, or it appeared to be, until Case Keenum connected with Stephon Diggs on a 61-yard last-second touchdown. As a football play, it had everything, dude.
Yeah.
A cool ending.
Yeah.
Stephon Diggs, thanking God for how it happened.
Yeah.
I think this catapulted him to get. He had commercials when he was in the driveway.
Yeah.
Things were sticking to his hands. Yeah, for sure, man. Stephon Diggs, who remember when he got drafted, Weezy, I said Minnesota got a killer with Stephon Diggs out of Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
He's a player. I also said Laquan Treadwell was going to be just.
We all did. We all did.
How's Laquan Treadwell not going to be good on that?
I didn't say that.
But you also said the Ole Miss wide receiver that's there now is going to be good. He going to let you down too. Yeah, watch.
AJ Brown cold.
Okay. There's no way he's even better than Laquan Treadwell. Laquan Treadwell's a dog. But as drama filled that Minnesota team, that was a big, and the Minnesota Miracle, that's a cool.
That's a real miracle.
That was a for real miracle.
Nobody knew that was
That was a real miracle. For a pass.
Ooh.
No flags on the field.
That was not. No flag.
No flags on the field, yeah.
You going to the grave. Forward pass right
Forward
there.
Pass.
Forward pass.
I'm not going to take too much time.
For sure.
As a human being,
yeah,
that referee could not make that call. With all those people leaning over him, watching him that's when they had to go to the booth to see the replay. He wasn't going to make that call. His life was in jeopardy. His life wasn't no flags on the field. Man, the front page of the paper had people pointing at him. Man, he wasn't going to make that call.
No flags.
No flags on the field, yeah. That's still a fresh team.
Nah, still. That's our last run. That was our last run. Yeah. That was it. I mean, last week we made the playoffs. Okay, cool. But that was our last very good team that should have won. All right, man. Let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on.
Quarterback. Anyway, Alabama quarterbacks, man. In the national championship game last year, Jay's guy.
My guy.
Young Tua.
Tua
Tagovailoa. I got it now, though. I got it. No, I'm
in there.
Yeah. Took over in the second half. It was down.
Mm-hmm.
And led the Alabama Crimson Tide to yet another national championship.
Down 13-0.
13-0.
Yeah.
Made 2, maybe 3 good throws. I had to.
You had to.
You said that.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, and then he took over from there. It was Tua Mania.
Yeah, for sure.
Tua Mania for the rest of the year.
And he lived up to it.
Yeah. Nobody even talks about Devontae Smith who we threw that pass to.
Yeah.
Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Where's Devontae Smith?
Who knows?
Don't matter. What's that?
I mean, Tua didn't play fourth quarters.
Yeah, he sure didn't. Hardly
played second half.
Yeah, for sure.
That's our fair schedule. But then, in the SEC championship.
Why are you trying to bring this back? Go ahead.
Yeah, you can't bring this up.
This was a big moment.
No, it wasn't.
It's a huge moment. It's
a blip.
Yeah, the kid got hurt.
Here's why it was a big moment, because Tua Mania started off of a similar situation.
No.
Similar?
Tua Mania started because Jalen wasn't playing good at all.
It was 13-0.
It was 13-0.
Jalen offense wasn't moving.
As football has shown, 13-0 is not insurmountable.
Bro,
that's the first time.
Jalen Hurts stays in that game, they lose.
Yeah, that's the first time Nick Saban's ever done that. He don't change.
He don't change in the middle of the game.
So we can say if Tua don't get hurt, they lose to Georgia. They were down 14 points.
He got hurt.
Moving the ball.
He got hurt.
They weren't moving the ball.
This kid got benched. Tua got
hurt.
hurt.
What they moving the ball against Georgia? What's yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes.
Bro, he's hurt.
Hold on. Turn to yes or no? Were they moving the ball against Georgia?
Don't do it.
Were they moving the ball?
He goes right.
I'm just asking, were they moving the ball?
Man, Jeff, you need to stop that though, for real.
Anyway, so Tua was not moving the ball against
I can't
Georgia.
believe you even slid this one in. Pause.
I was letting you finish that statement. Because if you did, it hurt you. We're going to stop recording and everything.
Pause. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving.
Jalen Hurts, the redemption
Redemption.
of young Jalen,
Yeah, for sure.
came in and led the team to a win against the rivalry, against the team that was probably the only team other than Clemson that had as much talent as them. The biggest game of the year.
Let him go ahead.
The first time they played against a team that was worth playing against.
Third time.
You finished?
First time.
You done?
Sure, go ahead, Go ahead, please.
Nah, you done?
I'm done.
Let's move on.
Cool. Let's move right
Yeah.
on.
Shout out to Jalen.
Yeah, for sure.
Get your name back, Jalen.
Yeah. Let's move on to Khabib versus Conor McGregor. And this was put out as the biggest fight in UFC history.
Mhm.
This fight was everything that everybody wanted to see.
Mhm.
And the sentiments were only upped after the heat generated by Conor McGregor's infamous bus attack in April.
Right.
He got charged with
Yeah.
a felony within that. Aside from that, everyone wondered, could McGregor come back from such a long layoff to hand the undefeated Khabib his first loss?
Nope.
Now, White was confident. Dana White was confident that this would garner over 2 million buys on pay-per-view.
Mhm.
Garnered right around 1.6 million buys. Fight, however, we'll largely remember for what happened after the final bell when Khabib's entourage jumped the octagon and got into Conor McGregor's corner, man, and incited an all-out brawl.
Yeah.
What was going on there, Phil?
This was a lot, man. Like this, Conor was saying some off-the-wall things about Khabib, calling him a snitch, saying he was, I don't want to go into all the details of that, but basically called his dad, said his dad was a part of 9/11.
Oh, yeah, I forgot
you know
about
what I
that.
mean?
Yeah.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
And Khabib had enough.
Khabib was out of here.
Yeah. And after the fight, jumped the octagon, went into the crowd,
Yeah.
popped on Conor's homeboy in the crowd.
Yeah.
Then, like you said, Khabib's corner came in.
Yeah.
Hey, man. And Khabib hasn't fought since.
Yeah, it's been,
Yeah.
And he's not, I think it might be, I'm going to say he's done. But that was a big deal.
Yeah.
Man. It went away, though.
Yeah.
It totally just went away.
UFC had a down year. Now they got John Jones back. And, you know.
I don't watch UFC no more.
Yeah, it's not the same.
I know. I don't like the contact, man. The way them boys get hit.
Yeah, that shit is nuts.
Yeah, it's brutal.
It's brutal. It's tough to watch.
I see one of them get hit in the nose and it
And everything just went everywhere.
It sounded like a door slammed.
Yeah.
Damn.
The small gloves, it's just pure brutality.
Yeah, it is, man.
You gotta,
So how do you feel about UFC going into 2019?
I think if John Jones stays healthy, they got 1 or 2 fights to make between him, Cormier, and Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
That's it.
I see boxing coming back a little bit more with the emergence of heavyweight boxing. It's just too brutal, man. It's hard to have your kids sit and watch that shit. It's tough, man.
You gotta be a certain type of person to sit there and watch a full card of this.
Yeah,
especially if you don't have anything emotionally invested in the guys. You know what I mean? But
it gets nuts.
It's rough.
Yeah.
Let's go on to something a little less violent, but still violent.
Still violent.
Nick Foles was the Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah.
He was catching passes, throwing passes.
Yeah. Rightly deserved.
He was the backup quarterback.
For sure.
In Philadelphia, he didn't skip a beat. Shout out to Twin.
Yeah, shout out to Twin.
That's his team.
Yeah.
In the same position this year.
Yeah, same position.
Right as we speak.
Yeah.
He was ready to retire, dog. He was ready to retire. And so if you're the Eagles, do you sit and say, do I go long-term with Nick Foles? Or do you have this young 25-year-old Carson Wentz?
Nick Foles is your backup.
He's a backup quarterback.
He's your backup.
He showed you who he was beginning of this year when Carson couldn't play. And they was wondering, could the Eagles even make the playoffs?
Nick Foles plays the I think one of the most important positions in football, the backup quarterback.
Yeah, for sure. I think he has Fitz magic, a little bit of that Fitz magic in him. And he comes in and plays at a high level in certain spurts. But then in turn, when he's handed the keys, it doesn't look like that.
It's about that coordinator, too. Coordinator made it real easy.
But it was Frank Reich last year.
Frank Reich.
Yeah. And you see what Frank Reich is doing with the Colts now. So.
Ooh, the Angela, they got to kill her.
The Colts look so good.
Man.
My gosh.
But if the Eagles
every side of the ball, though.
Yeah,
not sure. Every side of the ball.
Yeah. But if the Eagles, you have to make sure that you have to be careful because I'm sure they're entertaining trades for Nick Foles. Not Nick Foles. For both. Nick Foles and Carson Wentz. But this is one of the greatest quarterback situations that you have. You have a MVP candidate and you have a Super Bowl MVP. Which one do you side with? And I would go with youth. I would have to go with youth.
Okay.
Yeah.
I definitely would. I definitely go with Carson Wentz. I would trade Nick Foles if I can.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
I mean, let me say this. If the offer is good enough, I would go ahead and trade him. I mean, because, at this point, unless he has a horrible game today in the playoffs, I should say, his stock can't get any higher.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so somebody's going to panic. Some of these teams that need a quarterback are going to say, man, I give you a first.
Yeah.
I can't turn a first round down.
You can't do that. Yeah, not for Nick Foles. He has these weird games. He was 25 for 25. Right. He had a whole season where he only threw like 2 or 3 picks. Like, I'm telling you, it's Fitz magic, man. And he locks in. Yeah. And then once he's handed the keys, it's over, dude.
Yeah, it's right. That's why he plays position.
Plays position, most definitely. Let's move on to Floyd versus the Karate Kid, man.
Oh.
This happened this month. Yeah. Well, not this month, last month, late in December.
Yeah.
It was New Year's Eve, right?
Yeah. Well, New Year's Eve. Yeah. For where they were.
Yeah, they were. Yeah. Floyd Mayweather versus the Karate Kid. I know this kid named Tension.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Nasakawa.
There we go, Jeff.
Yeah, we're working on it.
Yeah, for sure. Floyd knocked him out in the first round. Yeah. Knocked him out in the first round. Yeah. It's not even a hot take. This shit was fixed. Yeah. I think this whole shit was fixed. Like I looked back and I saw it, and I've seen better acting in pornos.
Yeah. Like I thought I was good at finding jobs, making easy money.
Sure, yeah.
Floyd
is number 1. $9 million.
Yeah.
And here's why I don't think it was fixed, because that kid, they were fighting on an app and a service that was trying to launch. This was a big moment, and that's their star.
That is their star.
So you can't sacrifice. WWE mentality. I got.
Yeah.
You can't sacrifice your guy. You made him look bad.
But it's not a situation where it goes against his record.
True.
It goes against exposure.
Right.
And the exposure was Floyd being the aggressor, which I've never seen. And then you have Tension acting around, running around, and he needs better acting skills, man.
I respect that. Yeah. But the lasting moment of your guy, your undefeated karate kickboxing champion, the last moment of him is him crying in the corner.
That's the acting part that
that's the last moment.
He's 19 years old, though.
Yeah. I understand it, but I'm saying if it was a fix,
the Karate
do you want him crying in the corner?
Yeah, yes, for sure. I think it was.
What I want to know is how much money did the Karate Kid get?
Yeah, and they won't speak on that, but they'll talk about Floyd getting the 9.
Yeah, I want to know how much the Karate Kid.
Because Floyd's going to talk about his 9.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what Floyd.
The Karate Kid didn't get at least 3.
He got 3.
He got 3.
He got
pummeled.
He got pummeled. Yeah, for sure. And he didn't really connect like that, like the falls and stuff.
No,
that body.
That body shot was
for sure.
rough.
Yeah, for sure.
And Floyd don't even go for nobody.
That's what I'm saying. Floyd knew what he was in the ring with too.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna be honest with you. Here's my hot take. Floyd treated Karate Kid how he wanted
to treat McGregor,
but he couldn't because he knew people would call it fix. That's how he wanted to do it. That's how he should have done McGregor.
And that's why it was a fix.
Possibly. But Floyd's just supremely talented too. Yeah. He could have done McGregor the same way, but he wanted to keep it around and give people a chance to get their money.
Floyd gives us a lot to overlook how talented he is.
Yeah, for sure.
And then one thing about Floyd is he has that WWE in him. He went with Vince McMahon for a little, so he knows about the show.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So he's going to put on the show. Now
he didn't put on the show.
Well,
he got the hell up out of it.
Here's the thing: he couldn't go rounds with Duke.
Yeah, for sure.
Because Duke has never fought before. Yeah. He's only kickboxed.
Yeah, he knew what was gonna happen.
And he was out of shape.
Yeah,
Floyd knew he couldn't dance around, play. He was trying to get tired for real and get caught with something. Yeah. And it's over with.
It was it.
All right, man. Here goes your guy.
My guy.
The legend.
Yeah.
Of White Dante.
Oh, man. Sure.
in the men's NCAA National Championship last year, White Dante arrived.
He did.
He was pretty much off the radar.
No, off the radar. Yeah. I remember Coach Penny playing against this guy when he was at Illinois State. He said, man, this white boy came off the bench. He was jumping and dunking. I said, damn, who the hell is White? Who's this white kid? Yeah. And it happened to be White Dante DiVincenzo from Delaware. Came off the bench, scored 31 in the national championship game, and catapulted himself to a draft pick. In turn, Dante stays this year. He gets, broken down to the point where he probably doesn't get drafted. So he has to take advantage of it. 31 points off the bench, a cool smirk, a meme that's going to go around for the rest of his life. Plays for the Milwaukee Bucks right now. Just got out of the G League. White Dante will be fine. But this was his moment.
He
took advantage of it.
He took advantage of it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. White Dante was a legend.
He's going to live up.
Can you imagine if he went back to Villanova, though? It'd have been nuts. He'd been in videos.
His last couple of days at Villanova were probably stuff of legend.
Yeah, and we also have to talk about Arike Ogunbowale.
Talk to me.
From Notre Dame. Hit the shot against UConn last second.
Yeah.
Circle right back Mississippi State. Hit the same shot.
Yeah. She said mama
mentality, dog. You got to do that, too. Yeah. So, Arike Ogunbowale.
Great
shout
shot.
out to her. Yeah. Huge shot. Cojones to shoot that, man. Just like White Dante. I said, White Dante, you better take your ass to this draft.
Yeah.
You better dip.
Got it. For the tape come out.
It's gonna be more film because you're gonna be starting.
Yeah.
And you and Phil Booth right there in Villanova, it'll look crazy. And where we at with it, for sure. What was your best moment, fellas, of 2018, sports-wise? Can you give me one moment you were like, hey, this is the best moment that we saw this year?
Oh, go first, Weezy.
Probably Nick Foles winning the Super Bowl.
Nick Foles winning the Super Bowl. You got one job. I promise you just one. Yeah, for sure. My moment was Kobe winning the Oscar, man.
Really?
Yeah, no, for sure. That was for sure. It's cool to see that. That adds to the great mantle that Kobe has. Yeah, for sure. Kobe has 81 points, 50 in a couple of straight games, 40 for a whole month. You know, we talking about James Harden for a couple of weeks.
No, about
my
3.
dog did it for a month.
About 3.
My dog did it out the gate as a rookie.
Yeah, you understand?
You understand me?
Yeah.
I go build differently. Y'all go.
And then you said
y'all go.
He ain't win anything. But yeah, my best moment for sure is Kobe Bryant winning that Oscar for Dick Basketball.
I would have to say my best moment didn't live up to what I thought.
Okay.
My best moment was shining with the Taggart at Florida State.
Ooh.
But it didn't live up to it. But I was
not yet. You still got time.
No, just about a year. Just about a year.
Sure.
That was my favorite moment of the year. We got a coach that wants to be in Florida State.
For sure.
We got a coach that doesn't want to be there no more.
Yeah.
That's Florida State. How could you not want to coach at Florida State?
People don't talk about that enough too. Jimbo wanted to leave.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be the predecessor at Texas.
Yeah.
Let's just keep it a buck. He's supposed to follow Mac Brown at Texas.
Yeah.
It took too long. He goes to Florida State and puts together a dynasty with Jameis Winston, Jalen Ramsey, things of that nature. He is a Texas dude. He's an LSU guy, but he wanted to be in Texas. And what he's going to do at Texas A&M the same thing. Yeah. You guys had a rental. You got a championship out of it. Yeah. I would love it, for sure.
No problem.
Most definitely. Let's go into some bold predictions for 2019, man.
Okay.
You guys got 1 or 2?
Well, I was close on mine last year. I had Tiger winning the major. Came close. And then I had Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder.
Okay.
So that's going to be my bold prediction again this year. That
Yeah.
might finally happen.
You going to stick with that?
I'm sticking. It's one of mine.
One of yours. Okay.
Yeah, it's finally going to happen.
Go ahead, Weezy.
I'm going to go the Tom Brady retires this year.
That's one of mine, too. I have Belichick, Brady, and Gronk all retiring the end of this year.
No, I don't know about Belichick. I can see Brady in.
I would say all of them gone.
Because why would Belichick stay?
There's no, because I think Josh McDaniels will be there.
Right, and you got rid of Jimmy G.
Oh, yeah.
That was, if he kept Jimmy G, he would have stayed. Because he had somebody, you got rid of the whole, every quarterback he built up, they got rid of.
For sure.
Makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. Anybody got another? I got another one, too.
Colin Kaepernick will play football this year. I didn't say NFL.
You said football.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
It's 2 new leagues starting.
It's a good one.
One of them want to make a splash.
I like that. I like that. What you got, Joe?
Cleveland Browns win 1 playoff game next year.
Ooh. I like that. I
mean, 1 playoff game.
Yeah. I have Urban Meyer will be the head coach of USC December 2019. Going to fire Clay Helton. Be looking for a savior. Going to pay Urban Meyer close to $10 million a year in 2020. And he will be throwing up the V at USC in 2019, December 2019.
If that happens, can I renege on my list?
You right back.
That happens.
I'm telling you, Urban Meyer will be the head coach of USC in 2019.
Is he the USC or Notre Dame?
Yeah, he's going to USC in 2019.
One of the 2 he's going to in the next 2 years. I'm with you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Anybody else got another?
I got my 2.
I got one more.
Go ahead.
The LA Lakers will not sign any free agents in the summer of 2019.
I agree with that.
Not one.
I agree with that.
Why?
Won't sign one.
Why?
Yeah. Just something is weird about it. I don't think people are talking about it, and nobody wants to say it, but nobody really wants to play with LeBron James.
That narrative about him with players is spinning.
Yeah, man.
After that Kyrie stuff, when Kyrie left, and the reasons behind whatever the reasons were behind him leaving, the narrative about playing with LeBron is spinning.
I'm telling you, it's going another way.
Especially players who feel like they're stars on their own.
Exactly.
I don't want to play with him.
Now, I didn't say that he won't trade to get anybody.
I'm just talking about.
I'm saying a free agent will not sign in 2019. You have all these big free agents that'll be up for the summer 2019. Not one. And he won't be a free agent until 2020.
I know Derek Anthony Davis will trade.
I think they'll get a trade to get Dame Lillard or Kemba Walker.
This is a yes or no question. Yes or no is all I want to hear, okay?
Yep.
Is Zion Williams the next
whatever you want to say superstar?
The next phenom?
I don't.
Absolutely.
I don't think so.
Absolutely.
I don't think so. Not to the point where his
yes
game.
No?
No.
Okay.
No.
How many ways can I say yes?
Yeah, all right.
I just don't think his game translates to winning a superstar.
They can't put a team around him.
No, you can't build around Zion Williamson. You can't build around like he doesn't. His game is not a hey, go get a bucket now. I need a bucket. So you can't build around nobody. Who has built a team around somebody that can't get a bucket? Now, does he bring...
I just asked the question.
I'm just telling you why.
All right, we're
I'm
done.
giving you my answer.
No, we're done.
Put asses in the seats. He's one of the most athletic people that I've seen in his position, but at the same time, he cannot get you a bucket. You need a bucket, they're going to R.J. Barrett. They'll go to Trey Jones before they go to Zion Williams.
Damn.
And that is episode 252.
I'm not going to even entertain that.
The 2018 year in review.
Yes, sir.
Most definitely, man. Appreciate you. Kept you a little long, fellas. What's going on, man?
Oh, man, not much, man.
Yeah.
It's going to be a long year.
It's going to be a long year.
God.
It's going to be a long year for sure. Most definitely, Cameron got his backpack on.
Cameron ready to go.
Time to go. It's time
Cameron
to
been
go.
in the gym, though.
Cameron,
He
yeah, my boy back. My boy back.
Cameraman.
Cameraman back.
Oh, the shirt a little one.
He dried that one. It was in the dry.
Nah, he put it in the dry.
He said he put it in the dry. Well, tweets with questions throughout the week in Full Sport Press. Don't forget to comment, give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down on the YouTube page, on the iTunes page. Please rate and subscribe. But more importantly, don't forget to tell a friend.
Tell a friend.
To tell a friend.
To tell a friend
To tell a friend.
about that Full Sport Press podcast. Weezy,
Everything paid for, baby.
Jeff,
Camera's always on, bro.
Cameraman, The Revolution will be podcasted. We are out.
Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
Thank you for listening to the Full Sport Press podcast. To catch up on prior episodes, visit the SoundCloud page. And don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend.